What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to talk about the most common mistake we see in the push-away, and that is the push-away direction. So we're going to go out there, we're going to break it down, we're going to show you how to improve your push-away direction, make sure it's consistent so you can go out there and you can bowl higher scores. All right, guys, so as a lot of people talk about in bowling, all of the results that happen out on the lanes usually are correlated to what you're doing in your approach, and most importantly, early in your approach. We've had a previous video where we talked about the crossover step and how important that is for your game and your consistency and being able to bowl well and bowl your best. Another thing that's incredibly important is your push away. And we've talked a little bit about in the past about how you want a nice rounded, loose push away so you can have a nice loose swing. But what we haven't talked about is the direction of the push away. And the direction of the push away is so important because it's going to ultimately dictate where your ball goes in your backswing, your overall alignment in your backswing, and that's going to dictate where the ball goes, your launch angle out on the lane, and how consistent that is. So if you don't have a consistent push away direction, or you don't have the right push away direction, it's going to be really hard to be a consistent bowler, and it's going to be hard to bowl your best. All right, guys, so what does a perfect push away look like? Ultimately, what we want is we want to keep it simple. We don't need anything crazy. We don't want any extra movement if we don't need it. And in bowling, as we know, less is more. So what do we want the push away to look like? We want the push away to simply just be straight towards the lane. So when we set up, we want that ball set up nicely in between generally our shoulder and our neck. That's going to put us in a nice athletic position. And from there, regardless of where we're targeting, if we're trying to play straight or if we're trying to hook the whole lane, what we want is we want that push away to be straight towards the lane. So we don't want to start doing what some people do, which is push that ball way too far towards the inside of their body, towards the middle of their chest. What that's going to cause is what we call a figure eight swing. What that's going to do is you're all of a sudden going to push the ball closer towards the inside of your body. That's going to force the ball to come outside of your body on the way back in the backswing. And then you're going to have to reroute that ball all the way back inside to get back in line to execute your shot. So what that's going to do is one of two things, and it's going to be inconsistent from shot to shot. When your ball gets outside of your head and it gets out of alignment, that's going to force you to reroute it in, and sometimes it doesn't reroute in time and you don't get that ball back in line with your head. So what's going to happen? Your ball's outside your head, all of a sudden you're going to be a lot more prevalent to tugging the ball, coming across your body on the way down. You're going to be missing your target to the inside of where you're aiming. So that's one bad part about the figure eight swing. And then the other part is sometimes it's an overcorrection. You reroute the ball too much in the backswing, the ball gets stuck too far inside of you, and then all of a sudden you're going to start over projecting the ball outside of where you're targeting. So these are two common results of having this figure eight arm swing, which again is a byproduct of pushing too far to the inside of your body. Now the other option that you can have is to push too far outside of your body. And that's going to cause, in some ways, an inverted figure eight swing. So what you're going to do is you're going to push that ball outside of your body, and that's going to force you to reroute the ball too far inside of your body. And generally what we see is when people try to push too far outside of their body and they get their ball outside of their shoulder in the push away, you're going to be prone to having that swing bump out to the right at the top of your swing, which is going to cause you to pull the ball. So again, whether you're pushing outside of your shoulder, whether you're pushing too close to the inside of your chest, it's going to be really, really hard to be very consistent because there's going to be too much lateral movement and you're going to be trying to do too much rerouting of the ball in your swing. It's going to be impossible to be consistent. So what we want is we want that nice, straight push away towards the lane. It's going to help you stay nice and consistent and go out there and execute great shots consistently, one right after the other. All right, guys, so one of the best drills that you can do to help correct your push away direction is to do it at home, strangely enough, and that is the mirror drill. Essentially what you want to do is you want to set up in front of a mirror and you just want to get into your starting position, act like you've got a ball in your hand, and then you want to push away straight and you want to look at what it looks like in the mirror. Are you keeping that ball, or where that ball would be, in between your shoulder and your neck? Are you pushing straight in front of you? Or is your natural movement to go more towards the inside, or is your natural movement to go more towards the outside? And if you're not sure, one easy thing that you can do is try to get a video of yourself doing this. So you can try to go out into lanes, maybe ask your buddy to take a video of you, and that's going to help you understand, okay, what is my current push away direction? And you can get that by taking the video from the back. And by taking the video from behind you, you're going to be able to see, okay, am I pushing it left, right, or straight? In what direction does my ball go when that ball gets into the backswing? And that will help tell you, okay, what do I need to correct? Where do I actually need to push away? And when you do these drills, it's going to take a little bit of exaggeration to get the new feeling of what it's like to have that straight push away. So go ahead, do the mirror drill at home, maybe take a couple videos of you out on the lanes to get a better understanding of what your push away currently looks like, and use these drills so you can go out there and improve your push away and bowl better scores. All right, guys, that's it for today's video about the push away direction. Let us know in the comments if this video is going to help you improve your game, and if inconsistent launch angle out on the lane is something that you struggle with. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.